All right. Welcome back to No Filter MMA. This is your boy BJ back with another post-fight reaction. Valentina Shevchenko defeats Manon Fior via unanimous decision to retain her UFC flyweight strap. I mean, Valentina, something told me, BJ, pick Valentina Shevchenko to win the fight. Something told me that Manon wouldn't have the speed. Something told me that it just wouldn't go Manon's way. And that was at the very end. I was picking Manon all the way up until fight week. But Valentina, straight out the gate, Manon tried to get in Valentina's face. You know what I'm saying? Straight out the gate. Now, I've only watched it one time, so, it can be a little fuzzy. But, straight out the gate, Manon tried to get in Valentina's face. And Valentina, just stinging Manon. You know what I'm saying? With that straight right down the pipe, Valentina was stinging Manon with it. The problem with Manon was she was trying to lead with that lead leg. You know what I'm saying? That was the problem with her. You know what I'm saying? She was kicking too much in the first round. Trying to kick Valentina a lot in that first round with that lead side kick and was getting countered beautifully. And I had a feeling that Valentina would force Manon to lead, early on in the fight. And that's exactly what she did. And, Manon was coming on, trying to put that pressure on Valentina. And she was just getting lit up. And was pretty battered and bruised and bloody by the end of round one. I mean, it looked like she had been in a 3-round fight at the end of round one. Nose was broken, bleeding. Props to Manon, though, for not slowing down, not letting that, not letting that really mess with her like that. You know what I'm saying? Because she was able to keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying? And then round two comes out. Round two, and Manon starts to come on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Manon starts to start putting it together a little bit. Coming forward, landing some shots, getting the timing of Valentina down, being aware of the counters, you know what I'm saying? And then Manon starts to, press Valentina against the cage and starts to grind on Valentina, you know what I'm saying? And starts to try to come back. You know what I'm saying? And, it's the same story for rounds 2 and 3. Manon Fior was coming on strong in rounds 2 and 3, man. Looking a lot better, landing some good shots. You know what I'm saying? Some good kicks on Valentina, some good knees up the, in the clinch, up the middle of the clinch to the body, man. That's where Manon was really winning the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's where Manon was really winning the fight, is when she got in close. It was when she tried to stand at range with Valentina is where she started getting picked apart. And I hated that for Manon, because Manon was trying to, her stance and her posture was different in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was trying to lead with that jab, you know what I'm saying? But it was a speed thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a speed thing. Manon didn't have the speed to lead with that jab the way she planned on it, and but she was trying to wade in with that jab, man, and trying to, she had some good takedown entries, you know what I'm saying? She was doing a good job, though, that I noticed. Manon was doing a good job of sticking the jab and then going under for the takedown. Like, when Manon started going for those takedowns, she started gaining some momentum in the fight. You know what I'm saying? And so in round 4, it was a Manon round. And Manon, she was doing a good job of trying, holding Valentina against the cage with those knees up the body, man. Some good punches and kicks on the exit of the clinch. And then all of a sudden, bang, you know what I'm saying? Round 4, Valentina drops Manon Fior. And I'm just like, oh no. Drop Manon, you know what I'm saying, in a scramble, not really a scramble, but in like a clinch exit. Valentina fires a right hook and bang, knocks Manon down. And I'm just like, that was it, that was the beginning of the end of the fight. You know what I'm saying? And Manon recovers, Manon gets up, you know what I'm saying? Then round 5, it was a close round, but Valentina edged round 5. Manon just could not put that stamp on the fight. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't really, Valentina had her moment in the fight when she dropped Manon. Manon was never able really to have that moment. You know what I'm saying? And Valentina starts to land head kicks and stuff like that. And I'm just like, man, Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It was a good, I think it was 49-48 for Valentina, you know what I'm saying? So the fight was close. The fight was close. You know, it was a good competitive back and forth fight. And Manon had, you know what I'm saying, her moments in the fight. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, tough loss for Manon, man. She was in there. She looked big. Valentina looked like she did struggle a little bit with the size of Manon Fior. You know, but she was able to do it. Like I said, Valentina fought them big girls before. She fought them Hollies. She fought that Juliana Pena. She fought them Amanda Nunes. You know what I'm saying? Valentina fought them big girls before. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that she knew how to approach Manon Fior in this fight, man. You know, and she did exactly what I thought she would do, man. She did exactly what I thought she would do. Play that range, you know what I'm saying? Use her striking and pretty much pick Manon apart, you know, and that's exactly what she did. Kudos to Valentina Shevchenko for her first title defense as the two-time champion, her second title reign. You know, so probably, you know, looking at the result of the Alexa Grasso and Natalia Silva fight, which that fight pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's probably going to be Natalia, or maybe we're going to really wait until we see how that Aaron Blanchfield and that Macy Barber fight plays out. We're going to see how that plays out. Then we're going to see how it looks. But that Jasmine Jasudavicius fight, we could be looking at Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Manon Fior coming up next. You know what I'm saying? That's really what we could be looking at. Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Manon Fior. You know, and if Jazzy can beat Manon, then we have to give Jazzy her props. You know, Jazzy got to get her chance to fight for the belt. You know, but, you know, good fight, and still, you know, something at the very end told me to switch that pick to Valentina Shevchenko. You know, just when it came down to the speed, you know, I knew the speed would play a factor into how this fight played out. But let me know what you guys think about it. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like, hit that dislike, and if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Your boy is out.